Hello and welcome to the Guitar Collection. Well, over the past year or two, I have become a big fan of the luthier Mark Usherovich's guitars, especially his latest and greatest lattice and double top guitars. And this is none other than exactly that. This is a Nomex double top of Mark Usherovich's. And it, believe it or not, has a spruce top, even though this looks dark enough to be cedar. He tells me this is a very old spruce top. It is very beautiful. It has a 7 fan bracing design underneath the top there. Very minimal, lightweight braces. Speaking of, it's an extremely lightweight guitar. When you hone in on the rosette here, I think you'll really enjoy it. It's simple. It really nicely matches the aesthetic of the rest of the guitar. These sort of links as that center motif is very nice, as well as these really, really fine squares that make up the outer and inner rings of this rosette. Really cool. A special little detail, especially talking about a handmade guitar here, is the label. The Mark Usherovich label here, which is made with calligraphy by his wife. Every single label since his very first guitar, he tells me. And so you'll see on there in really beautiful handwriting, his name, luthier, year 2025, and Canada. I believe he is based in Niagara Falls. So these guitars not only stand out aesthetically for being very striking looking and very beautiful and simple, but also there's all of these special little details that I really enjoy. Moving down to the bridge of this guitar, you'll see this maybe oil or matte finished bridge, a very simple tie block, very elegant. And then here, this saddle that is cut to fit perfectly into the bridge with tons of room left to adjust, even though the action is very, very low. You will notice not only a 19th and 20th fret, but a 21st fret. And from my understanding, this is so that actually that second to last fret, the C note there, rings a little bit better. I haven't really put that to the test, but that's what I hear. So on this guitar, very interestingly, you have all these modern features. It's a double top, Nomex double top. You've got this very nice armrest. It's obviously a very lightweight, powerful guitar, but he sticks with this very traditional geometry here. There's no raised fingerboard, yet a very nicely cut away heel to reach the higher frets very simply. And then when you turn the guitar around, you'll notice a nice set of Indian rosewood. Very beautiful set, nothing too flashy, keeping it simple. It's often the right way to go. When it comes to neck, this guitar, absolutely perfect. It's C-shaped, it's nice and thin, not too thin, but fairly thin. And the action is ridiculously low. And I'm so impressed with how hard I can push this guitar without making it buzz. Of course I can make it buzz if I push it really hard, but with chords like this, I can't believe I can push this hard without getting crazy buzzes. Sorry, I got carried away. Let's continue with the specs here. So yes, of course, an ebony fingerboard. When you move to the head of the guitar, you'll notice again a nice veneer of Indian rosewood. These very nice Barnett tuners, some of the smoothest in the game, with a nice little engraving here as well. And what else is there to say? Well, I think I covered everything here. Let's get a little bit more into the sound. Immediately, you play a note, whether you're in drop D or standard tuning, and you can tell this guitar was tuned to be very, very low in this main air resonance. It's super deep, yet still very clear in the trebles. And I have to admit, when you play this right away, that feeling is very intoxicating of that super deep bass. And you know what? There's only a few makers like Mark Usherovich where they're doing, in my opinion, a really great job of straddling the very clear, super lightweight, powerful guitar border with the more sustain heavy, less fundamental forward guitars. He's really straddling that line well, I think, because sustain is not an issue on this guitar. Overtones and sympathetic vibrations, they're all there. It makes you feel very cozy. All while retaining a very natural bloom to the sound. And you know, when you move towards first position, not just all these really beautiful upper position chords, but when you play something in first position, you really feel this natural sound. And gosh, I really don't know the best way to describe it, but there are some guitars that when you play in first position, you kind of want to get out as soon as possible, if that makes sense. But I feel like I'm playing a traditional Spanish guitar, and that makes sense because Mark Usherovich has this root in his biggest inspiration being Antonio de Torres, Miguel Rodriguez, Santos Hernandez, and another interesting background actually to Mark is that he started out by actually building drums and drum heads. And I think it's interesting because there's a very percussive nature about his guitars. And you can tell he takes a great deal of care to the way the top responds, and not making it too percussive and not making it too docile either, right? To where you pluck and you don't feel any attack. That's what I'm looking for. The attack is always right on point. Hopefully, you know what, actually, in that little melody, I feel like it's really perfectly exemplifying what I mean by there's this percussive, very fundamental forward sound. Yet you still get that coziness of all of the sympathetic vibrations and overtones. And plenty of sustain. Let's try Prelude 11 by Tárrega. So you can probably hear why so many people are gravitating towards his guitars nowadays. You can find videos of the French guitarist Thomas Villoteux playing his instruments, as well as a really incredible Japanese guitarist named Amy Inoi. I hope I'm saying her name right. She's playing these awesome, shred instrumental rock things on guitar, like Yngwie Malmsteen and Paul Gilbert. Maybe we'll put a little clip to But really impressive stuff, all on a Mark Usherovich guitar. And many other players. Mark is also always very much adapting to what players' needs are, and I really like that about him. And, well, his guitars perfectly exemplify that. let me go ahead and tune up the standard tuning. And while I do that, why don't I remind you to please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Definitely check out the Tuesday live streams. I do them just about every week. Check out this guitar at guitarcollection.com as well. You'll see a full album of photos, more information about it. And if you're interested in reserving the next Mark Usherovich guitar, please write to me. I might just have one coming in that's available to be reserved. You'll also find a place on the website where you can enter in your email to be notified when new guitars become available before they go public. See, this guitar isn't a one-trick pony where it just sounds good in drop D. It's filling up that cup. You feel like the foundation is very, very solid. It's quite beautiful. Deep that bass is. If you were to tell me there's a tornavos on this guitar, which there isn't, I would believe you if I was blind testing it. It's wondrous. And sometimes I talk about these guitars that when you play over the fingerboard, you feel this like, I don't know, this insane amount of vibration in your chest from the guitar. This is certainly one of those guitars. It reminds me of playing a Simplicio guitar or something like this. Well, I'm going to blame any blunders in my playing there due to the sudden cold weather here in Austin, Texas. I hope you've enjoyed checking out this beautiful guitar by Mark Usherovich. Again, you can totally check it out at guitarcollection.com. And thanks for watching these videos. Let me know what you think about this guitar in the comments. And I'll see you in the next video. Just listen to those overtones and this huge palette of colors.